In industrial automation systems, machines and equipment do not operate randomly. Every machine needs instructions and signals to perform specific tasks. These signals allow machines to start, stop, monitor conditions, and respond to changes in the production process. The system responsible for handling these signals in modern factories is the PLC, or Programmable Logic Controller. A PLC acts like the brain of an automation system. It receives information from the physical world, processes that information using a programmed logic, and then sends commands to machines and devices. This communication between the PLC and the real world happens through two very important components called inputs and outputs. Inputs allow the PLC to receive signals from sensors and switches, while outputs allow the PLC to control devices such as motors, valves, lamps, and alarms. Without inputs and outputs, a PLC would not be able to interact with machines or control any industrial process. Understanding PLC inputs and outputs is therefore a fundamental step for anyone who wants to learn PLC programming and industrial automation. A PLC input is a signal that comes from a field device and enters the PLC controller. Field devices are the sensors and switches that are installed on machines and equipment in the factory. These devices monitor the condition of the process and send information to the PLC whenever something changes. For example, when a push button is pressed, it sends a signal to the PLC input module. When a limit switch is triggered by a moving machine part, it also sends a signal to the PLC. Similarly, when a proximity sensor detects an object on a conveyor belt, it sends a signal to the PLC to inform it that a product has arrived at a specific position. These input signals are extremely important because they help the PLC understand what is happening in the system. The PLC input module receives these signals and converts them into a format that the PLC processor can understand. Once the PLC processor receives this information, it can make logical decisions based on the program stored in its memory. PLC inputs are generally divided into two main types: digital inputs and analog inputs. Each type is used for different purposes depending on the type of signal that needs to be monitored. Digital inputs are the simplest type of PLC inputs. These inputs only have two possible states, on or OFF. In other words, the signal is either present or not present. Digital inputs are commonly used with devices such as push buttons, limit switches, emergency stop switches, and proximity sensors. Analog inputs are different because they do not operate with only two states. Instead, analog signals can have a continuous range of values. These signals are used when it is necessary to measure variables such as temperature, pressure, liquid level, or flow rate. Just as inputs send signals into the PLC, outputs send commands from the PLC to external devices. Output devices perform the physical actions that control machines and processes in the factory. For example, the PLC may activate an output to start an electric motor, turn on an indicator lamp, open a solenoid valve, or trigger an alarm. These output devices are connected to the PLC output module, which receives instructions from the PLC processor. When the PLC program determines that a certain condition is true, it activates the corresponding output channel. This causes the connected device to perform its action. For example, if the PLC program determines that a machine should start operating, it will activate the motor output to begin the process. Outputs therefore allow the PLC to control real industrial equipment and automate the operation of machines. Just like inputs, PLC outputs can also be divided into different categories. The most common types are digital outputs and analog outputs. Digital outputs work in a simple on or off manner. These outputs are used to control devices that only need two states. such as turning a motor on or off, switching a lamp on or off, or activating a relay. Digital outputs are very common in automation systems because many machines operate using simple switching actions. Analog outputs are used when a device needs a variable control signal instead of a simple on or off command. For example, a PLC may control the speed of a motor using a variable signal. It may also regulate the position of a control valve by sending an analog output signal. Analog outputs allow more precise control over industrial processes and are often used in systems that require accurate regulation of temperature, pressure, or flow. To understand how inputs and outputs work together, let's consider a simple industrial example. Imagine a conveyor belt system in a factory where products are transported from one station to another. A proximity sensor is installed near the conveyor to detect when a product arrives at a specific location. When the product reaches the sensor sends an input signal to the PLC. The PLC receives this signal through its input module and processes it according to the programmed ladder logic. If the program conditions are satisfied, the PLC activates an output that starts the conveyor motor. As a result, the conveyor begins moving the product to the next stage of the production process. This simple interaction between a sensor input and a motor output demonstrates how PLC inputs and outputs work together to automate industrial machines. PLC inputs and outputs are the communication bridge between the digital control system and the physical world of industrial machines. Inputs allow the PLC to receive information from sensors and switches, while outputs allow it to control motors, valves, lamps, and other equipment. By understanding how inputs and outputs function in a PLC system, beginners can better understand how automation systems operate inside modern factories. Learning these basic concepts is an important step toward mastering PLC programming and industrial automation. If you want to continue learning PLC concepts step by step, make sure to subscribe to this channel and stay connected for more automation tutorials.